Hey YouTubers, this is Coconut Cowboy with the random project for the day. As I was working on the trailer project, which you guys have probably already seen that video, and if you haven't, you need to go watch it. But as I was working on that, somebody knocked on my garage door here, and turned out to be my neighbor who's looking to get some work done on this Rivergrille smoker. One of the little plates is missing. He picked it up at a yard sale pretty cheap. So I've got some scrap 14 gauge here I've got clamped in, and pretty much this is for the airflow, to control the airflow for the firebox or smoke box, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to lay this out with a Markall. By the way, I'm not sponsored or branded by anybody. Not yet. Let's get in here. That fits in there just fine. There's a bunch of weld nuts inside of here. So I'm gonna mark the plate, mark the cutout, and then mark all the holes so I can get some bolts in there and get this project done real quick so he can have it back. I don't know what I'm going to do with the heat controls yet, but I'll figure that out later. So I've got the airflow control plate, whatever you want to call it, laid out here for the random project of the day, smoker. It's not going to have to be super precise. I've got all the holes center punched just so I don't lose the marks of where they are, and I can drill them later. I'm going to go ahead and cut this with just your basic cutoff wheel. So it's only 14 gauge, and I don't really feel like dragging out the plasma cutter and all that good stuff. So we'll get her done and start working on the little device to control the airflow. Alright, so I got the curve profiles cut with the cutoff wheel, and I'll grind all this down later and smooth it out and make sure there's no burrs for them. But with the straight cut, I decided to use my new toy. It's a Milwaukee metal saw, 8-inch. Oh, if you want a part number, there's a cat number, 6370-20. I don't know if that's a part number or not, but cut through some 1-inch aluminum and some 8 gauge or 3/16 plate with this guy, and so far so good. So we'll cut, see what happens, and I'll try to do this one-handed with a phone camera in the other hand. Hopefully nothing binds up and tries to kill me. Let's give it a shot. Safety first, one-handed cutting. Okay, I got hung up right there. See if I can restart it in the material without it trying to kick on me. Like butter. And it's a cold cut saw, so everything doesn't get hot. You don't have hot chips flying around. And it really doesn't kick like you'd think. So, awesome. Alright, so got holes drilled in this to match the pattern on the the smoker itself, and then I've got a bunch of holes in here for airflow. I hope that's enough holes. I really don't. I started doing the math on that, and it turns out I'm not an engineer or an engineer. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I've got a 5/16 nut bolted onto it right now. I'm going to tack that on with the mighty ESAB Rebel. I was arc welding with it, and to switch it over, I left everything for the MIG hooked up, turned my gas on, and then just removed the DINS plug for the stinger for arc welding, and stuck in the little pigtail link for the MIG welding gun. And I don't even have a hood on. I'm just going to tack this. Safety first. That sounded nice. Get some... Wow, that really sounds bad. I don't know what that is. Okay, I gotta check that out. See what the heck's making noise here. And the lovely fan turned on. You can see I'm running Hobart MIG wire. It is 30 thou, 0.030. It's ER, I don't know if you can see that, ER7006 OS-6 alloy. About 15 bucks a spool. What the heck's going on here? I think that's just the spool making noise. Hopefully that doesn't damage my camera. Anyway, a couple tacks. I'm actually going to face it away in case it tries to damage my camera. High Quality Productions. Should be good enough. So I must have got a little spatter in the threads on that, or on the threads of the bolt, because it was kind of a pain to get out. And I'm going to turn the noisy ESAB welder off. So I'm tapping this 5/16 18 and a homemade tap handle that a machinist buddy of mine made, and we're gonna stick on our little flow piece and make some sort of rigged up handle for this guy. Alright guys, here's the rigged up Franken handle. Still not used to grabbing stuff through a camera. It's stuff I had laying around. It's nothing fancy. I mean, I'm not going to charge the guy like 2 hours worth of work, because he only paid 35 bucks for the smoker at a yard sale, and I'm not looking to make a bunch of money off of him anyway. Like I said, all this stuff was stuff I had on hand. The bolts, this aluminum thing, I don't even remember what that was from, but here it is. Yes, that's centered. You're just not holding your tongue right. It closes. It seals pretty good. I only had 3 of the M6 dirty metric bolts, screws, whatever you want to call them. So that's what he's getting. I just happen to have some high temp grill paint, black, so I'll paint it up for him and we'll call it good. So 2 hours, material, bolts. My time is not worth nothing, but for a neighbor who's just trying to save a few bucks here, and I get to make a YouTube video out of it, I'm okay with that. So thanks for watching. Okay guys, so I amended the amendment of the Franken handle, at the risk of not trying to be too hypocritical, but it looked like crap. I really didn't want my work to go out looking like that, even though I'm not charging the dude a whole bunch. So yeah, I stuck on a nut and took the handle and bolted it directly on, and then just put a little tack there just to hold everything together. So that is going to be the final product for Mr. Neighbor Guy. Hope you enjoyed watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you.